Do you ever find yourself sitting for hours, perhaps enjoying a good book or watching your favorite show, only to stand up and feel a distinct stiffness in your hips, your back, or even your knees? Maybe you notice it's harder to get around than it used to be, or you worry more about those unexpected trips and stumbles. It's a reality many of us face as we get older. Isn't it that subtle ache, that lingering stiffness, the quiet worry about how strong your bones truly are? For many people over 70, this isn't just a sign of aging, it's a whisper from your bones, telling you something critical. The truth is, how much time you spend sitting down can have a surprising and significant impact on your bone health. Far more than you might realize. It's not just about feeling stiff. It's about the very structure and strength of your bones quietly changing. Sometimes for the worse. But here's the secret. It doesn't have to be this way. In this video, we're going to uncover exactly what happens to your bones when you sit too much after 70, and then we'll look at several simple, effective habits you can start today that will help you strengthen your bones, improve your balance, and live with more freedom and less pain. Make sure to watch all the way to the end, because there's something waiting for you that might just completely change your perspective. Now, let's dive into the first crucial step to counter the effects of too much sitting on your bones. It's all about incorporating more movement into your day, even if it feels like a small thing. Think about your bones not just as rigid structures, but as living tissues that are constantly remodeling themselves. They're like tiny construction sites, constantly building up and breaking down. This process of building, of becoming stronger, is stimulated by movement and weight-bearing activities. When you sit for long periods, especially for hours on end, that stimulation simply isn't happening. Your bones aren't getting the signals they need to reinforce themselves, to add new material, or to maintain their density. Instead, they can slowly start to thin, becoming more fragile over time. This isn't a quick process, but it's a cumulative one, like water slowly eroding stone. So, the first habit, and truly a foundational one, is to actively break up your sitting time. It sounds so simple, almost too simple, doesn't it? But its impact is profound. We've become accustomed to long stretches of sitting, whether it's while reading, watching television, working on a hobby, or simply enjoying a meal. The key is to consciously interrupt these periods. Imagine you're watching a television program, instead of staying glued to the couch for the entire hour-long show. Use the commercial breaks as your cue to get up and move. Stand up. Walk to the kitchen and get a glass of water. Walk around the living room. Or even just march in place for a minute or two. If you're reading, set a timer for 30 minutes, and when it goes off, stand up and stretch. Walk to a window and look outside. Or do a few gentle knee bends using a chair for support. It's not about doing intense exercise. It's about breaking the spell of prolonged stillness. Each time you stand up, you're putting a gentle load through your bones, particularly in your legs, hips, and spine. This load, this gentle pressure, sends a signal to your bone cells. Hey, we need to be strong here. This stimulation is vital for maintaining and even improving bone density. Think of it like this: if you never use a muscle, it gets weaker. Bones work in a similar way. They need to be challenged, however gently. To stay strong, consider how easy it is to lose track of time when you're engrossed in something. That's why setting those gentle reminders can be so effective. Maybe you have a smart watch that prompts you to stand up, or perhaps you can just make a mental note to move every time you finish a chapter in your book. Even just standing up and sitting down a few times in a row can make a difference. It seems like such a small action, but these micro breaks add up over the course of a day, a week, and a lifetime. You're not just moving your body, you're actively reminding your bones that they are needed, that they need to be robust and ready. This simple commitment to breaking up your sitting time is the first powerful step in building more resilient bones and preventing the quiet weakening that prolonged inactivity can cause. It truly is about small, Consistent efforts leading to big, long-term benefits for your bone health and overall well-being. Now that we've talked about the importance of getting up and moving, let's explore how you can specifically add gentle, bone-strengthening movements into your daily routine. Because simply standing is just the beginning. Building on the idea of breaking up your sitting time, the next set of habits focuses on incorporating more purposeful, bone-strengthening movements into your day. It's not just about avoiding stillness, but about actively engaging your bones in ways that encourage them to grow stronger. We're talking about simple, low-impact activities that put a healthy stress on your bones, stimulating that vital remodeling process we discussed. One of the most effective, yet often overlooked, ways to do this is through weight-bearing activities. What does weight-bearing mean for your bones? It means any activity where your body is working against gravity. Walking is the perfect example. When you walk, your legs, hips, and spine are all supporting your body weight, and each step sends a gentle shockwave through your bones. This is precisely the kind of signal your bones need to stay dense and strong. You don't need to embark on marathon walks, even short, brisk walks around your home, garden, or neighborhood can make a remarkable difference. If you can manage a 10 or 15-minute walk a couple of times a day, perhaps once in the morning and once in the afternoon, you're doing wonders for your bone health. And remember, walking doesn't have to be a chore. It can be an opportunity to enjoy the fresh air, listen to a podcast, or simply clear your mind. Every step is an investment in your skeletal strength. Beyond walking, think about activities that involve standing and moving. Simple exercises you can do at home, using just your body weight, are incredibly beneficial. Take, for instance, standing heel raises, while holding onto a sturdy counter or the back of a chair for balance. Slowly lift up onto the balls of your feet, hold for a moment, and then slowly lower back down. Repeat this 10 to 15 times. This targets the bones in your feet, ankles, and lower legs, all crucial for stability and preventing falls. Another excellent exercise is gentle chair squats. Stand in front of a sturdy chair, with your feet about shoulder width apart. Slowly lower yourself as if you're going to sit down, but only go as far as is comfortable, perhaps just halfway. Then push back up to standing. Again, use the chair for support if needed. This strengthens the bones in your hips and thighs, which are major weight-bearing areas and often vulnerable to fracture. These movements are not about building big muscles, but about sending those specific signals to your bones to maintain their density. Now, let's talk about the incredible power of your own body weight. You don't need fancy gym equipment or heavy weights to improve your bone density. Your own body, working against gravity, provides all the resistance your bones need to get stronger. Think about everyday movements: getting up from a chair, climbing a few stairs, carrying groceries, even standing up to reach for something on a shelf. These are all mini workouts for your bones. The more consistently you incorporate these simple, natural movements into your day, the more opportunities your bones have to rebuild and reinforce themselves. It's about making movement a seamless, integrated part of your daily life, not something you dread or feel you have to carve out a separate time for. These habits, when done regularly, become the very foundation of strong, resilient bones, helping to reverse the negative effects of prolonged sitting and preparing your body for a more active, vibrant future. And while movement is incredibly important, what you put into your body plays an equally vital role in supporting your bones. Let's shift our focus to the crucial role of nutrition in bone health. Now that we've talked about moving our bodies to stimulate bone growth, let's turn our attention to what we feed our bodies, because diet plays an absolutely critical role in the health and strength of your bones. Especially as you get older, you can move all you want, but if your bones aren't getting the right building blocks, they won't have the material they need to repair and strengthen themselves. It's like trying to build a house without bricks or wood. It simply won't stand. The most famous nutrients for bones are, of course, Calcium and vitamin D. Calcium is the primary mineral that makes up your bone structure, giving them their hardness and strength. Think of it as the concrete of your skeletal system. As we age, our bodies become less efficient at absorbing calcium, which means we need to be even more mindful of getting enough from our diet. Good sources of calcium aren't just dairy products like milk, yogurt, and cheese. You can also find it in leafy green vegetables like kale and broccoli, fortified cereals and orange juice, and even some fish like sardines and salmon, which also give you those healthy omega-3s. A simple way to boost your calcium intake could be to swap your regular yogurt for Greek yogurt, which often has more calcium, or to add a handful of spinach to your smoothie. If you're not a big fan of dairy, explore plant-based milks that are fortified with calcium. The key is consistency. Your bones need a steady supply of this vital mineral. But here's the thing. Calcium needs a partner in crime to do its job effectively. And that partner is vitamin D. Vitamin D is essential because it helps your body absorb calcium from your gut and deposit it into your bones. Without enough vitamin D, you could be consuming plenty of calcium, but your body just wouldn't be able to use it properly. The best natural source of vitamin D is sunlight, as your skin produces it when exposed to UV rays. Aim for about 10-15 minutes of direct sunlight exposure on your arms and face a few times a week, ideally in the mid-morning or late afternoon, when the sun isn't at its harshest. Of course, this varies depending on where you live and the time of year. Dietary sources of vitamin D include fatty fish like salmon, mackerel, and tuna, as well as fortified foods like milk, cereals, and some orange juices. Many people, especially as they age and spend more time indoors, might also benefit from a vitamin D supplement. But it's always best to discuss this with your doctor to find the right dosage for you. Beyond calcium and vitamin D, don't underestimate the power of protein. Your bones aren't just minerals. They also have a protein matrix that provides flexibility and structure, acting like the scaffolding upon which calcium is deposited. As we age, maintaining muscle mass is crucial for supporting our bones, and protein is essential for muscle health. Good sources of lean protein include chicken, fish, beans, lentils, nuts, eggs, and lean cuts of meat. Aim to include a source of protein at every meal. For example, add some cooked lentils to your soup, have a handful of almonds as a snack, or include a piece of grilled chicken or fish with your dinner. Finally, think about magnesium and vitamin K, which also play supporting roles in bone health. Magnesium helps in the formation of bone crystals, and vitamin K is involved in bone protein synthesis. You can find magnesium in nuts, seeds, leafy greens, and whole grains. Vitamin K is abundant in green leafy vegetables like spinach, kale, and broccoli. Eating a diverse, balanced diet rich in whole foods ensures you're getting a wide array of these essential nutrients, providing your bones with everything they need to stay robust and resilient. So, while movement is critical, nourishing your bones from the inside out with these key nutrients provides the complete package for maintaining strong bones well into your 70s and beyond. But it's not just about bone density, it's also about preventing falls. Which leads us to our next crucial habit, focusing on balance and flexibility. Moving from the foundational nutrients that build our bones, let's turn our attention to another crucial aspect of protecting them, especially as we age: balance and flexibility. You might be wondering, how do balance and flexibility relate directly to bone health? Well, strong bones are fantastic, but if you're prone to falling, those strong bones are still at risk of fracture. Falls are a leading cause of bone fractures in older adults, and often, they're preventable. Improving your balance means you're less likely to stumble in the first place, and greater flexibility means your body can adapt better to unexpected movements, reducing the strain on your bones and joints. Think about how a simple trip can turn into a serious injury if your balance isn't sharp enough to catch yourself quickly. When you're younger, a stumble might just mean a quick recovery. As we get older, our reflexes might slow down slightly, and our sense of where our body is in space can diminish. making falls more likely. That's why actively working on your balance is just as important as strengthening your bones directly. One of the simplest and most effective balance exercises you can do is standing on one leg. Start by holding onto a sturdy chair or counter for support. Lift one foot off the ground, just a few inches, and try to hold it for 10 to 15 seconds. As you get more confident, gradually reduce your reliance on the support. Try to incorporate this into your daily routine, perhaps while waiting for the kettle to boil or brushing your teeth. It really works to activate those small, stabilizing muscles in your ankles and feet, which are essential for preventing stumbles. Another excellent way to improve balance and overall body awareness is through gentle practices like Tai Chi or yoga. These aren't just about physical postures. They focus on slow, deliberate movements, deep breathing, and mindful awareness of your body. Tai Chi, often called meditation in motion, is particularly beneficial for balance, as it involves shifting your weight slowly and purposefully from one foot to the other. Many community centers or senior organizations offer classes specifically designed for older adults, making them a wonderful way to improve balance in a safe and supportive environment, even if a formal class isn't for you. There are many gentle Tai Chi or beginner yoga routines available online that you can follow from the comfort of your own home. Flexibility is the other side of this coin. Stiff muscles and joints can restrict your range of motion, making everyday tasks harder and increasing the risk of overstraining a joint or putting undue stress on a bone. Simple stretches can make a world of difference. Think about gentle neck rotations, shoulder rolls, arm circles, or carefully reaching for your toes while seated. These movements help to keep your muscles supple and your joints lubricated, allowing your body to move more freely and efficiently. When your body moves well, it distributes impact more evenly, reducing the localized stress that can lead to bone weakening or injury. Just a few minutes of stretching each day, perhaps in the morning to wake up your body, or in the evening to wind down, can significantly enhance your comfort and reduce your risk of falls. It's about creating a harmonious relationship between your bones, muscles, and balance system. When they all work together effectively, you're not just stronger, you're more stable, more agile, and better equipped to handle the demands of daily life. This integrated approach to movement, where you're not just strengthening your bones, but also refining your balance and flexibility, forms a powerful defense against the kind of issues that arise from too much sitting after 70. And as we consider all these elements of physical well-being, let's not forget the importance of something often overlooked, but absolutely fundamental to every cell in your body, including your bones' hydration. Now, as we bring all these crucial pieces together, let's talk about the often underestimated, yet absolutely vital, habit of staying well hydrated. You might think of water mainly for your organs or skin, but it plays a significant, though quiet, role in the health of your bones as well. Our bones are not just solid, dry structures. They contain water, and the cartilage and connective tissues that support them are largely made of water too. Proper hydration is essential for maintaining the elasticity and shock-absorbing capacity of your joints, which in turn reduces the stress and impact on your bones during movement. When you're well hydrated, the fluid in your joints, called synovial fluid, is able to properly lubricate them, allowing for smoother, less painful movement. If this fluid isn't adequate, the friction between your bones can increase, leading to discomfort and potentially accelerating wear and tear. Beyond joint health, water is the medium through which nutrients are transported throughout your body, including to your bones. All those calcium, vitamin D, and protein molecules we talked about. They need water to be effectively delivered to your bone cells and to help remove waste products. If your body is dehydrated, these processes become less efficient, potentially impacting the bone remodeling process we discussed earlier. It's like trying to run a bustling city without a proper road system. Everything slows down and becomes less effective. So, how much water should you be aiming for? While individual needs vary based on activity level, climate, and other health conditions. A general guideline is to aim for around 6 to 8 glasses of water a day. Don't wait until you feel thirsty, as thirst is often a sign that you're already slightly dehydrated. Make it a habit to sip water consistently throughout the day. Keep a glass or a reusable water bottle nearby as a constant visual reminder. You might even find it helpful to set gentle reminders on your phone if you tend to forget. And remember, while coffee and tea might contain water, they can also have diuretic effects. So plain water is always best for true hydration. Include foods with high water content in your diet too, like fruits and vegetables, which also contribute to your overall fluid intake. This simple habit of consistent hydration supports not just your bones, but every system in your body, enhancing your energy levels, digestion, and overall vitality. It allows all the other good habits we've discussed, breaking up sitting time, engaging in weight-bearing exercise, and nourishing your body with bone-healthy foods to work at their optimal level. So, let's take a moment to reflect on everything we've covered. We started by understanding the often hidden impact of prolonged sitting on your bones after 70, highlighting how inactivity can silently weaken their structure. But more importantly, we've unveiled the simple, powerful habits that can help you reverse this trend and build stronger, more resilient bones. We learned the importance of breaking up your sitting time, reminding your bones that they need to be strong. We explored how gentle, consistent weight-bearing activities, like walking and simple bodyweight exercises, send vital signals for bone regeneration. We then delved into the crucial role of nutrition, emphasizing calcium, vitamin D, protein, and other key nutrients as the very building blocks of your skeletal system. And we rounded out our discussion by understanding how improving your balance and flexibility can prevent falls, and how consistent hydration supports every aspect of your bone and joint health. Remember, every small step you take, every time you choose to stand instead of sit, every glass of water you drink, and every nutrient-rich food you choose is a profound investment in your future well-being. It's never too late to start making these changes. Your bones are living tissue, capable of adapting and strengthening. No matter your age, the goal isn't perfection, it's consistency and conscious effort. We truly hope this conversation has empowered you with knowledge and practical steps to safeguard your bone health. We'd love to hear from you. What are your biggest challenges when it comes to staying active? Or, what's one small change you're going to try after watching this video? Share your thoughts and experiences in the comments below. Your insights could inspire others in our wonderful community. If you found this video helpful and want to see more content focused on helping you live your best life at every age, please give us a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel. Your support helps us create more valuable resources for you. Keep moving, keep nourishing your body, and keep believing in your ability to live a vibrant, fulfilling life. Live your best life at every age.